Business consultants. Just because your product doesn't involve some type of risky product or physical process doesn't mean you don't have risks. For many consultants, this means that insurance is an afterthought, but making a professional mistake can be just as devastating as something like making a faulty product. In this video, we'll go over the type of insurance consultants need and what to look out for and how much it costs to insure your consulting business. I'm Austin Landis, and I run a commercial insurance agency with business clients across the US. Insurance works very well for large businesses because they have a lot of expertise and great insurance people at their disposal to help them avoid traps. I create these videos to give smaller and mid-sized businesses the tools and the resources to never get taken advantage of by insurance companies. Business consultants aren't very risky if you think about risk in their traditional physical sense, which is injuring customers or causing large amounts of property damage to the public. I say this because we're in the exact same situation as an insurance agency. Your primary risk is derived from the outcomes of your advice or the deliverables to your clients. Most business consultants that we talk to need these items resolved. 1, they have a customer that requires a certificate of insurance. 2, they need a policy that protects them from the advice that they give if it financially harms their client. And 3, they're worried about data breaches with sensitive client information. You can cover these 3 primary risks and most other risks with a simple general liability policy and an E&O insurance policy from a quality insurance carrier. Here's my method for business consultants. I secure the E&O quote first. I always secure that policy because it addresses the primary risk of the business. We want the broadest policy for a fair price to cover the largest risks. Once you find that, you can just tack on the general liability policy and the cyber coverage from the same insurance carrier. I generally recommend getting these 2 policies from the same carrier as it allows you to turn in a single claim and let that insurance carrier figure out which policy to put it on. Claims are complicated and almost always a mess. Sometimes they involve multiple policies in the same claim. It's just always better to just have one carrier so that no one's fighting on who pays the actual claim. Think of it this way. General liability insurance covers the physical world, usually meaning property damage and bodily injury that you cause to other. This is extremely low risk for business consultants since you're not really doing those risky activities that I mentioned above. The E&O with cyber covers the liability from the advice you give and the data you store in your systems in order to perform your services. This could be employee data from your client, it could be sensitive customer data of your clients, or it could even be sensitive financial documents that if leaked could cause serious issues. Yes, I know the likelihood of a full limit $1 million claim is very low for most business consultants, but I think that you will see that the premium reflects a pretty low probability of these claims. Even a small legal dispute could result in paying $50,000 in attorney's fees just to fight the lawsuit. Even if you win, these legal costs are tough, but the main benefit is that it effectively outsources a large part of your legal operations. The insurance company hires and pays for the attorneys, manages the claims, shows up to the court dates, and settles all the claims on your behalf so that you don't have to slow down your business to deal with it. Many of my clients have forgotten they're even being sued when I call to check in. I'm including a checklist below that you can hand to any insurance agent or carrier to make sure that your coverage is squared away. The cost difference between getting all the important coverages versus getting a terrible insurance policy is not really much, especially for business consultants. This checklist will help you understand what you're actually getting quoted for. Here are real pricing examples from a good quality insurance company for a consulting firm with $250,000, $1 million, and $5 million in revenue for general liability, errors and omissions, and cyber coverage. The first firm with $250,000 in revenue had a quote for general liability for $250, E&O for $742, and cyber for $470 for a total of $1,462 per year or $122 per month. The second example is a $1 million revenue consulting firm, with the GL coming in at $260, the E&O coming in at $1,411, the cyber coming in at $1,544 for a total of $3,215 per year or $268 per month. And lastly, with a $5 million revenue, the general liability came in at $352, the Arizona Missions came in at $2,963, the cyber came in at $2,314 for a total of $5,629 per year or around $469 per month. If you are looking for insurance for your consulting firm, you can download the checklist below to have more meaningful conversations with your preferred agent. Or if you're looking for quality options, you can get started on our website, or we can schedule a time to talk using the link below. I'm fourth generation in this industry, and it is all my family has been doing for the past 100 years. If you would like a quote from someone that really knows what's going on in commercial insurance, give my firm a try.